Welcome to 101 with Eric. Today I have my friend. We've known each other for a while, but so we're going to give two perspectives: the African American perspective and an American perspective of how life is in America.
Oh yeah.
You know, because when you get it from different views, then you get it so clear. So before we start or before we continue, I just want you to introduce yourself. I don't want to say your name, but introduce yourself.
Well, hello everybody. I'm Eric's friend, Mr. X.
Yeah. So,
He wanted to do this, and I agreed to do it because just to give everyone out there, a little bit of a perspective about how things are, and even though we are in the land of the free and home of the brave, doesn't mean it's like a cakewalk and everything's just fantastic and falls in your lap, and it's a lot harder than people think it is, no matter where you're from. And it's true, America is what you make of it. But it's not like what people think it is.
Okay, so let's roll it back a little bit. So where does Wayne come from? Like, where are you originally from?
I'm originally from the South, and the deep South. I'm rooted down around there. A lot of Southern Baptist things. Raised that way. Good parents. Were they perfect? No.
Yeah.
But they cared about us, and they made sure that we were fed, clothed, roof over our head for the most part, and educated.
Yeah, like I'm from Kenya, and born and raised in Kenya.
Yes, sir.
And then moved this side, and my parents back in Africa and all that stuff.
Right.
I also have brothers and sisters. You got brothers and sisters? Or?
Yes, sir. I got one brother that's still alive. My other brother passed away, but during the COVID era.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Oh, okay. And so how has life been like, generally, being in the land of the brave? Like, how has life been for you?
It's kind of like it's great, growing up, as a child, you're sheltered from a lot of things. And, some of us
when you're a child, you're sheltered from a lot of things.
A lot of the bad. And, things like that. But, some of us are. But, some of us ain't that fortunate, and I hate that. But, but that's for another story. And then, you get out there on your own, you're like, well, I want to do this, I want to do that. I don't, I can do it. And you can get out there and do the things you want to do. And it's takes discipline. You got to watch your money. Like everybody's like, because a lot of people live for today.
Yes.
Because they're like, they may not be tomorrow. Well, what if there is tomorrow? Then you ain't got nothing to fall back on.
Yeah, true. That's true.
And people still do that, and sometimes I'm guilty of that too. Sometimes because. And sometimes you ain't got no choice. You live week to week, day to day, hand to mouth. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah. And you went to college?
Yes, sir.
What did you do?
I did accounting and business management.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's good training up in there.
And then from there, I've had businesses, construction businesses. Do pretty much build anything from the ground up. Do all phases.
Oh, so you've also done construction things?
A lot of it.
Like you can.
I can build a house from the ground up.
Build a house from the ground up.
Yes, sir. Do all. I can do the work itself. All of it.
Oh.
I'm not a great electrician or plumber, but everything else I can do and do well.
Oh, okay. And, you from your experience, you can also do these things, do with repairs and all that stuff.
Sir.
If someone will give you something like that, you do?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Whether it be mounting TVs to the walls, doing blinds. Because I'm older now, so I can't really just go out there and build a house from the ground up. Not without some help, anyway.
Yeah.
But
Oh, okay.
But
so
just a lot of things like that, and then I've done a lot of the retail work. I've been a manager at like Lowe's and Ace Hardware, things like that.
So during your time when you were accountant and doing all these jobs, how was life then?
Life was great.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And you save money and you work hard. And
how much were you making per year?
I've made anywhere from 30,000 to 120, 130.
Wow. Oh, okay.
Just depends.
Okay. Yeah, it depends.
Yes, sir.
So you did that, and then you moved from that and then started your business, or just tell us what.
Well,
what
you know, like
happened.
in America, you know, everything falls on the market.
Yes.
One bad thing can happen, and next thing you know,
then,
it's like making a run on the
down.
bank. You know, back in the day, everybody make a run on the bank. You know, and the whole poor bank. You know, and everybody else, all the investors would be out of money because everybody made a run, got their money out because things were getting bad, like, you know, the Great Depression.
Yes.
So like back, you know, like the late around say 2008, and then all the way up to like 2012. You know, the market was bad.
The market went down.
So, you know, construction went down a lot. And,
you know, because people are not buying houses or constructing and stuff.
Yes, sir. So that's when I went to going back to just, you know, survival mode, you know. So I fell back on what I knew. So I went, you know, I've done a lot of environmental cleanup or remediation work. I got like 22 environmental certifications.
Yes.
I worked on the oil spill as a project manager, but I've also done everything from being a field tech all the way up to being a project manager. So I fell back on retail side of things because my parents owned businesses growing up. They checked me out of school to, you know, run the cash register at age 6, 7, 8 years old, you know, because I was always good with money and numbers.
Okay.
So I went to work, went back to work in the retail business, you know, doing, like, you know, whether it be home improvement places or what have you, or just in general, you know. And you know, I've even worked at restaurants as a, you know, I worked at IHOP as a, you know, a cook.
So when 2008 happened, things spiraled downwards,
real bad.
And then you started doing these other jobs to keep yourself going, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
my mom passed away during that time.
And your mom
too.
also passed away during that time.
And my dad had already been, you know, deceased for some time.
So
that hurt.
So on your survival mode, are things working good at that time when you're trying to survive?
Sir. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was hard. I mean, you know, it was a double whammy because I was living in the Gulf Coast, you know.
Yeah.
So we had the oil spill, the market died, you know, and you know, everything was costing more to live, but wages were, you know, were staying stagnant or either getting lower, you know. So everything's costing more and you're making less, you know. It's like, wow.
So you're living, generally at that point, you're living paycheck to paycheck.
Just treading water if you can. Try not to sink. Yes, sir. Every day, you know what I mean? It's like being on the Titanic. Hey, yeah, get on the ship.
My God.
Head straight to New York and go full steam ahead. Don't worry about the lifeboats. You'll be all right.
Try not to sink.
Yeah. Just get there.
But it's hard though, like when you try not to sink, because that means you're living kind of paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, and desperation kicks in, you know, and then and you know, I went through a bad breakup, you know, a few years after that.
Relationship wise?
Yes, sir. And that takes a toll on you because, you know, you get caught into a lot of things then, but you know. But,
because I know that is a big deal here.
Yeah.
Like when you are in a relationship or you are in marriage and then breakup comes in.
Yeah.
Then
you have like a, you know the whole time you're together, you know, you got a, you know, joint account and everything's great.
Yeah.
And then
when you are breaking up, you have to sell all this stuff to divide it and stuff.
Right. Or a certain party decides to get real medieval on you and then, you know, wipe out the bank account or whatever, and then you're back. It's like everything you worked for is gone. You're like, wow.
Oh, wow.
And you never suspect anything like that, but you know, sometimes you got to, you know, when it comes to matters of the heart or and things like that, even though you love the person, you care about them, you maybe don't.
It becomes hard a little bit.
Yeah, and then what do? You don't trust them. If you don't, you know, if she says, hey, I don't want to put our money together or whatever, then they think you don't trust them. Then that's going to put that doubt in their mind. So you might not get the love that they really want to give you because they're holding back because they don't trust you because you're acting like you don't trust them. And well, you know, what do you do?
But that's all about relationship and stuff and marriage. I know it's a big topic. Like one day we'll talk about that. But generally, I know that's a very.
So coming on up back
topic.
to where we were. Coming up, so I'm working, making money. I'm, you know, doing a lot of mold remediation, things like that. Just, you know, here and there, you know, doing everything. You know, in other words, I was just doing whatever it took to make a living.
Yeah.
And so, that's what I did, and everything, you know, was doing good.
Yes.
But it was still to the point, you know, before as it wasn't a struggle, then it was becoming more and more of a struggle. You know. Where, I mean, it's like, you know, you're sweating, you're starting to worry about, you know, the power bill, the car insurance.
Yes.
pretty soon you start cutting out things that's not necessities. You know,
yeah,
you get rid of
you
cable.
cut them down.
You get rid of cable, and you're like, well, I had 500 channels. There wasn't never nothing on, so yeah. So then you're like, well, now I've only got like maybe 2 channels.
Oh my God! Yeah. Now, like you just go with the basic thing that you need to survive.
Right.
And as you keep going, things keep going down. And so, when did things got worse with you?
Probably not long after my relationship ended with a certain
Oh
woman.
yeah. Oh, so
And
when
then,
your relationship ended, things went real bad.
Yeah, she got a lot of money out of the account, and then it was like where I was back.
From your account? Oh,
from
you
our
were joint account?
So I was back to square one.
Yeah.
And that was back around 2015.
So I know what you're talking about, but when you're talking about like starting from square one, that means you're trying to get your own house, another house.
Yes.
You've sold the one that you had.
Instead of
You've
having
divided the money.
Yeah. What was left?
What was left in half.
Yeah.
And then you trying to move out to start a new life.
Right. Instead of paying for 2 lives, you try to start paying for one, and it's to the so you're like it's just starting over everything, because you know you don't want to leave anybody worse than where you found them.
Yes,
it's not in my case. I don't never want. If the relationship ends, you don't want to just do something devious or mean and leave them, stranded and without nothing or desperation.
Oh, okay.
So I figured if anybody was going to suffer, I'd rather it be me.
Yeah.
Just that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Because it's hard out there for women. Probably in some cases a lot worse.
Yeah.
They get manipulated or exploited bad, and that's the last thing I want to do.
Oh, okay.
So
at this point when things are falling apart and you're trying to move out and establish yourself,
I fell apart too.
You fell apart too.
No doubt.
Falling apart, does that mean you're becoming homeless now, or what?
Well, I was feeling there's a lot of pain and sadness.
Yes.
And I couldn't get over between. It's because you see all you watch TV or you listen to the radio and everybody's all happy and everything's great. And you're in America and it ain't supposed to be this way. It's supposed to be that way.
Yes.
And in all reality, it's like any other place. It don't matter if you're in a third world country or whatever. Love is love, pain is pain.
Pain is pain.
And it's all everything's the same. It's just in a different place.
Oh, okay.
And you see all this, everybody's living the American dream. I'm like, well, I was, but and the only thing really changed was my relationship status.
Yeah.
But in my mind, it's like my whole world, my whole life, everything, was over, and I didn't, I couldn't deal with it that great, even though I knew how to deal with it.
Yes.
And you think you got to grasp some things, you got to hold on, you're gonna be all right.
But still.
Sadness, depression, everything starts kicking in.
Yeah.
And sometimes, so then I'd fall back on the drinking or whatever.
Drinking. Yeah, because you are depressed and all that stuff. You're trying to grab anything that you have. So you were drinking a lot? Or?
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
I love Jim Beam. I ain't gonna lie to you now.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I even mentioned
Oh
the story.
man.
No, but I was drinking.
So when you're drinking a lot, this one is really hurting you. This one is really hurting everything that you have, because you can't think right sometimes.
And because they tell you, your time heals everything, but the really and true, they don't tell you about the loneliness, the camaraderie you had. You missed, it's like your best friend, your lover, everything all in one, and then all of a sudden they're not with you anymore, and you're not with them, regardless of the circumstances.
Yeah.
That you miss that. You have that pain, that ache, and that it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's something that I don't wish on anybody.
You don't wish it on anybody.
No.
So, let's say now things have gone bad.
Right.
You found yourself, maybe you have nothing, you've fallen into
smoking
depression,
smoking
marijuana,
which
drinking.
Now it's legal. In most places.
And all that. And then, when do you find yourself that now you are out? Like, you can't figure it out anymore.
And I'm like, well, I'll go meet somebody else and I'll be fine, And my brother had this crazy saying, he's like, well, the best way to get over one's get under another. I'm like, not really, That's not really true. Because it didn't matter what I was doing or where I was with. It just, it just wasn't the same. I mean, because I wasn't in that mindset, and I wasn't ready to be in a relationship anyway, so it don't matter who I met.
Yeah.
It might have been the wrong time right me or right time wrong me. It just wasn't a good thing. So, and so then I'm just working, trying to maintain, get my life together, and figure out what direction I want to go, and try not to fall deeper and deeper. But
But you fall
I kept
deeper.
falling deeper and deeper.
You kept falling deeper and deeper.
Yeah, and so instead of having money and working all the time, I got to where I'd be lazy. Just not even feel like getting up and doing anything. I was thinking, what's it all for? You know, and I ain't got nobody to, to share it with. Because, life is great, but if you ain't got nobody to share it with, it is rough on you if you're like kind of mindset.
Yeah, when you say that you keep falling deeper and deeper, I know there are this very important things that someone needs in America.
Yeah.
Someone needs a car.
Yeah.
Like to transport them around.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Someone needs a phone, like to be calling and all that stuff. Someone needs
a roof over their head. I mean,
roof over their head.
I went from not worrying about nothing.
Yeah.
To
worrying
before
about
it was all said and done, like I, pretty much am now again.
Yeah.
This late in life.
Yeah.
To the where now, I take little things. You take things for granted. When everything's going great, you
take things for granted.
Yeah, like an ice cube, for instance. Something cold to drink.
And then you find yourself now you can't get even that something cold to find.
Something that, yep. Are you trying to get out of the heat? You can't. You want to feel some. You can't get out of the heat.
You can't get out of the heat.
Day and night. Day and night.
So when did you find yourself like kind of homeless?
Well, about a few weeks ago.
Oh, a few weeks ago. Yeah. Because I remember you told me.
I mean, I had been in certain circumstances a couple of times in life, but never.
Yeah.
Never
to this point.
To this point. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sure. Wow.
And
So
now here I am.
Yeah.
And this is the lowest point I've ever been
lowest
in my
point
whole
that you're
life.
in.
Yes, sir. And,
wow. So you find yourself like you kind of homeless?
I'm homeless, period, and no doubt, except for the park I live in. And I sleep out on the ground with scorpions, snakes, whatever, bugs. I ain't really used to that. Never really getting any break from the heat. You try to,
Yeah.
It's hard to sleep at night. You're sweating, and you don't know what's crawling on you or around you.
Yeah.
But
if you'll find maybe a shelter or a sober living place, that will really help you, right?
Right, and like there's really not a lot of options. There are some options, but everybody is in a bad way to go nowadays.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of it's because people are professional homeless people. I've spoken with people that's been homeless for 20 years. I'm like, wow, man.
20 years homeless?
20 years. I'm like, how do you do it? I mean, I love it. I'm like, what?
And they tell you they love it?
Yeah, I'm like, why don't you just get a job, man? Oh, no, I ain't doing all that. I'm like, what? I've always had to work. How do you not work?
You found it like in weeks now. It's hard, but someone is telling you they've been out for 20 years almost.
Yeah, I'm like, and they go to these places and they get food and they, whatever, and they
keep
hustle,
surviving and
they hustle and rip people off, do the things they do, and I can't. I'm just not good at it. I'm not good at lying.
Yeah.
Because I mean, look at me and tell I'm. I mean, I'm not perfect by no means.
Yeah.
But I'd rather work for what I get. I don't want somebody to just give me nothing. I mean,
you need to.
I want to have some self-worth.
Yes,
self-worth, self-respect. And pride. I mean, you got to swallow your pride at all times. I mean, look at Job. But
right.
I just. I guess I mean, I need a job. I want
to
work, and that's the main thing I can do.
What you're telling me right now is that we have Americans who are homeless.
There are a lot of people.
That one means that even us Africans, maybe who migrate here, and we think everything is easy, we might come here and end up again, if you don't figure it out, end up homeless.
And the thing is, all you can do is try to reach out to maybe some people from back home that may be here from the same place you're from, and maybe they'll help you, but that may not happen.
It might not happen.
They might not can help, or you may not be able to get to somebody. And what are you going to do in between there?
Yeah, in between there.
Like how, I don't know when I'm going to eat next. I don't know where I'm going to go. I know there's a few places here and there that I can go to.
Right.
But I don't have any family out here, and I'm 2,500 miles from the nearest relative, and I don't have any relatives left alive. So and I find myself at my age, in middle to late 50s, and predicament I never thought I'd be in my whole life, especially this late in life.
And if it is hard for you, then if it is a lady, it's more harder for a lady.
Yes, for a lady, it's a million times worse because it's terrible.
What does that entail? That entails
I've seen women get exploited so bad.
Exploited so bad.
Yeah, it's all, whether it be sexual or whatever. It's just terrible, man.
Man.
I don't know. And what do you do about that? Some people don't have morals. They don't care what they do.
Yeah, they don't care about what they do.
They just want their instant gratification for whatever they got in their mindset, or their little vices in life. But So women, they got it a lot worse, and it's sad. I mean, I see it all the time, you know.
Wow.
And I've seen it all my life, and I can't stand it. I hate it, and that's why, you know, if they had a bed open, I'd sleep outside all day long. If there was a woman that needed it, I'd step outside and I'd lay in the ground. I don't care, because I don't want them to have to go through this. I don't want anybody. I don't care who you are, what color, race, religion. I don't care who
you don't care who
nobody
you are. You don't want someone.
Like
yeah, I understand. So I think just as I told you, we are people who run these group homes and thingy.
Yeah.
If someone is there and is willing to help, we will always. I will always let you know.
Yes,
you
sir.
know.
Yep, you're a good guy. You're a good friend.
Yeah, I'll let you know if there's anyone who is willing to help you.
Yes, sir.
But parting shot now.
Yes, sir.
First, for me, I want you, because I know you are a fighter. Never give up in everything. The good thing is that you are staying sober, which is a good thing.
Yes,
I told you, remember I told you last time, you lose that, you lose everything now.
Yeah, exactly.
But keep that, and then you keep looking, and I'll help you, like the way we had a conversation.
Yes, sir.
Help you look around.
And maybe, you know, if I can get a job.
Yeah,
at least get a roof over my head where I can bathe regularly and
shower and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Cook some good food.
Yeah, I can cook great. I can cook anything. And that's what's bad. I'm educated, and I can do so many things so well. I'd be an asset to anybody if they
you'll be
give
an
me
asset to
a job
anybody.
and a team.
Yeah.
And just getting in there, you know. Now, used to you could go in, fill out an application, talk face to face to people. Now, it's all about the great, you know, internet.
Yeah.
Everything online. Nobody has time for anybody. Nobody has time to, you know. Face value is everything.
That's how America is. Everybody doesn't have time for anybody.
Before, you know, it's handshakes and face value. Now it's digital sign. And they haven't got time to talk to you.
Nobody wants to talk to you. Yeah.
No.
Anyway, that was a good conversation, and thank you for sharing your insight and what's happening to you.
Yeah.
We're still gonna be having this conversation at some point.
Sure. Let's
a
do
lot
it again.
of this. We want to invite more people to just come and we share how life in America is and how everything is running.
We'll start back from earlier when I was a baby.
Oh
man, I love that.
Yeah.
All the way up to the time I seen that movie, The Exorcist. I was chasing the church bus right after that. Wait for me.
Anyway, that will be for another time.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I want to thank you so much for coming to 101 with Eric.
Appreciate it. Hey everybody, y'all be safe out there.
Yeah. Thank you so much, and I hope we'll have this conversation next time.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Give me a job.
Get a job. You get a job. You get one.